Anyway, the cast is confirmed with the Fantastic Four. We already knew this, but Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm / the Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn, who people might know from Stranger Things, he's Eddie, is Johnny Storm / the Human Torch. And Ebon Moss Backrack. How do you say that?
I'm saying Backrack.
Backrack.
Like Burt Backrack.
Like Burt Backrack. Is Ben Grimm / the Thing.
Now, I would say, generally speaking, if you look at reactions across the internet, nobody seems to have a problem with Vanessa Kirby as Invisible Woman.
Yep.
And absolutely nobody has any problems with Ebon Moss Backrack as the Thing. They're like, these are good castings. But some people are like, Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantasy, I don't think so. Joseph Quinn, he's a guy. Stranger Things, I don't think that's
because he had a week in Stranger Things.
Yeah, because he doesn't look like
Blonde
Chris
Johnny
Evans.
Storm. Yeah.
But also, like, just look at any kind of promotional photo of that guy.
Yeah.
Any kind of like GQ photo shoot or whatever.
It's going to be okay.
He looks like a cool, handsome guy. And even the promo image, which do you think they've done like a in-house promo shot just in casual clothes, and that's been used as a reference to?
Oh, good. And then they did the art over the top. They traced it, did they?
They traced it, yeah. Well, they got AI to trace
Potentially. I mean, it's pretty accurate to their likenesses.
Yeah. I think they probably did like an in-house thing in Marvel, and then they just gave it to an artist and said,
fix this.
Yeah, fix this in post.
Well, what is interesting about that is...
You know the thing we say? Do that. Fix it in post.
Yeah.
You know the thing we say to everybody? Hey, this coffee that you got me, PA, it's a little cold. Can you fix it in post? Do you mean put it in the microwave? Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
I'll fix you in post.
Boy, it's kind of stuffy in here. Could you fix that window in post? Do you mean open the window? Fix it in post. Just fix it in post. It's Marvel, you know what it means. It's hot in here. I'm Kevin Feige.
Oh, it's him. It's Kevin.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it would be. So anyway, the image was released on Valentine's Day, and it is set in the 1960s, specifically maybe the year 1963, because the Life magazine that the Thing is reading is December 13th issue with Lyndon B. Johnson on the front cover. Now, I looked up this actual issue, so I'm like, because you can see the back cover in the promo picture.
Yes.
But the back cover in real life was an ad for Salem cigarettes, which is not on the back cover, which I'm really mad about, actually. Right. So this also speaks to...
now it's Marvel cigarettes.
Yeah, that's right. Marvel brand cigarettes, fix them in post. So...
Your lungs gone. You got some dicky lungs because you've smoked too many Marvel cigarettes? Well, fix them in post.
So do you think this confirms the initial, at least, 1960 setting?
Well, I mean, some people have said...
Who?
Internet people?
Yep.
This maybe is just, it's a little bit of art because the Fantastic Four debuted in the 60s, a little throwback to that. Imagine if it were the 60s for these characters, but it's going to be set in the modern day probably. But I think the clues are too specific in the poster, like the Life magazine. Otherwise, they just have him reading a magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
Or looking it on his phone or whatever.
Yeah, and they know that people are going to look into this and
absolutely.
be like...
I think that also it's the Fantastic Four.
I didn't even realize that.
As distinguished from Fantastic Four or Fantastic.
Yeah.
I suspect if I were to take a shot at the plot of this potentially, my guess is it's going to be because the Fantastic Four actually debuted in 1961, I think.
Okay.
So my guess would be they have their origin briefly. We get a few little adventures.
Or they're already established.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
absolutely.
was.
And then we get to 1963 and there's some incident.
They've already been like, I'm this one and I'm this one. They already did that?
They already did which ones they were.
I'm this one.
Yeah, that's
right. I'm this one.
We'll fix these in post. An intern will do some research on what they're called, what their powers are, what their characterizations are like. We'll put it in ADR. We'll get AI to do it. We'll just get some audio from Ebon Moss Backrack on the bear. We'll just have him.
Cousin.
Yeah, exactly.
This is good. But I'm mad about it.
Snyder Cut.
And I've got a gun.
He does have a gun.
So often that guy has a gun.
Yeah.
Go on.
And then as part of, there's whichever villain, I think it might be Galactus, is people have suggested it might be Galactus.
We're talking about a female herald of Galactus.
Oh.
And Javier Bardem, rumoured for Galactus. You want a big face.
You do want a very big face, that's true. And then maybe...
Ultimate Nullifier?
Yeah, maybe. But then their ultimate sacrifice is they're like, okay, we've got to stop this guy. We have to head out into deep, deep space. And then when they come back, due to time dilation or relativity or whatever.
Or they jump a dimension.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be time dilation.
I think so too.
And then they come back and it's the present day.
Because then they can have a scene with young Michael Douglas and he's like, hey, get out of here.
Exactly.
I'm an Ant-Man. You're a Rock Man. Nice. That's not going to work. You know?
We'll fix it in post.
We can
both be the same type of man. And then they're back and it's the present day, and then Doctor Doom is the ruler of Latveria. I think that'll be an additional.
So you don't think that they knew him initially?
I think they probably did know him because they went to uni.
Oh, and he grew up.
He grew up, exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
He's used their absence to become the ruler of Latveria.
I know Ben Bendo threw his hat in the ring for Doctor Doom, but you're already Skullbatron.
He is Skullbatron.
You can't be with him.
You can be Skullbatron.
No, I mean he's wearing the mask, I guess.
That's exactly
but
what I'm
keep
saying.
him Australian.
In a way, he's always wearing.
G'day, boys. For you, is it? All right. Don't know about that.
Oh yeah, that's not bad actually. Yeah.
I think it'll be a Doctor Doom like tease. It won't be like a Doctor Doom movie necessarily. Right. Yeah. Oh, the other person who appears.
Oh, it's 4, is there? It's only bloody 6 cans in his 6-pack. So what are you boys going to be having?
Zap.
Yeah, no, still do a big zap.
Shivalizer, yeah. Herbie the Robot's there.
2 is new.
Yeah. Terrible beer.
Oh, yeah, Herbie the Robot is also there, yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting.
So he was the robot that replaced Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four cartoon in the 60s.
Was that? I know there's the rumor that's because kids were going to set themselves on fire, but is that actually true?
Might also be a licensing issue.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there was a few Human Torches, weren't there? Like different versions. From
there's a version from the 40s.
There's a hint at one in, I want to say the first Captain America.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, it's when Steve and Bucky go to the World's Fair, or whatever it is, the Stark Expo.
Something.
There is a Human Torch looking guy in a tube. So,
but it's not the original Human Torch. It's not the fire one. It's this one. It's the original one.
It's not Johnny Storm.
No,
it's
exactly.
It's Jim Hammond.
It's Jiminy Storm
potentially. Let's look up Herbie the Robot. Let's do this.
What does it stand for? Because it's HERBIE, isn't it? It's like an acronym.
Oh,
it's an anachronism.
Oh,
it's an anachronist.
Oh,
you want an acronym?
No, the character was initially conceived for the new Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is 1978. Okay, so in 1978, the character of the Human Torch was unable to be used as at the time the character had been optioned separately for use in a solo film which never materialized.
Oh, okay.
What an odd call.
Yeah, good as any. I like it.
By 1978, they would have absolutely perfected the art of putting that sticky stuff on people and then setting it on fire so they can run around.
Oh my God.
In warehouses and stuff.
Jump off or whatever.
Yeah, he wouldn't be doing any flying. He'd just be doing a lot of jumping off of boxes and stuff while on fire.
What did I read recently? I think it was...
Oh no, that robber's going to get away. The only thing that could stop him is a guy on fire jumping off some boxes and crashing onto him. He's done it. And we did it live.
Oh my God.
Not in post. You're fired.
That's right. I remember this. Herbie turned up. Have you ever read Old Man Quill? So you know they did Old Man Logan. They did Old Man Peter Quill. And he comes back to Earth and he's an old man and he visits like the Fantastic Four place. Right. And Herbie's still there. And so he has there's a fun little interaction with Herbie. Which is, a fun little throwback.
That sounds fun.
Anyway, will this be good? Anything can be good, but not anything, as we've learned twice this year.
That's right.
So far.
On the Fantastic Four cartoon, Herbie was voiced by Frank Welker.
Oh.
Bring him back, I say.
Megatron Zone.
Bring him back.
Among other things.
Yeah, or get Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, sure. He'll do it.
I am Herbie. Exactly.
Filming begins this summer. That's Northern Hemisphere summer, for those of us in the South, in the deep, deep South, which I know we are. Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
That's your pitch, is it?
Check it out, man.
Great. Wow.